What's happening, folks? Got a little issue here. Done ran out of gas down here in the swamp. Well, this is what survival's all about, right? Now we got to paddle about 40 miles because we're at least an hour from the landing. And I'll let somebody be the captain. I ain't going there right now. Hey everyone, it's me again, Bubba Survivorman. Got a new episode for you today. I guess you could call this Fetch It and Fix It, because it's going to be a little different what we've been doing. We're going to go out, do a little noodling, catfish noodling. We're going to bring it back, cook it right here, which is what I'm fixing to show you. It's going to be called catfish courtbouillon. And we're going to cook it with the head, just like the old timers used to. See, I done skinned the head. Well, most of it. I'm going to finish it up, but I'm going to debone this head, and then I'm going to boil it, and to make the stock, fish stock, special stuff in a fish head, make that good stock, the bones, and all that good gristle and everything up in that fish head. But this is how the old people used to make catfish courtbouillon. They didn't waste nothing. When you caught a fish, you ate the whole thing. Unless you've done without, you won't know what I'm talking about. This comes from the old way of living down here, poor folk, Cajun country. Today, we're in South Louisiana, in the Atchafalya swamp. Say it's the biggest swamp in the country. We're in Grand Lake, in the heart of it. And we're noodling tonight. I call it fishing, because we're fishing for everything. Catfish, gar, you name it, we after them. This is survival in the swamp, and that's what I want to show you tonight. Basically, we made a noodle. I went over to my friend neighbor's swimming pool. They was gone, and for survival's sake and for this show's sake, I took the noodles. They can always get some more. This is like for, you know, emergency. Basically, we got us a line, sinker, hook, and got some shrimp all up on there. We're going to chunk her out here just like this. All you got to do is bite it. Yep, looks like we got a couple on here, fellas. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Yep, here we go. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, people. There, young, he's running from us, folks. You're gonna get him though. Come to pop. Yeah. Prime eating catfish right there. Gotta be careful, boys and girls. You get one in your hand real quick. There ain't no hospitals around here. This is swallowed all the way up to the liver. So, I have to take a minute to get it out. It don't look like I can get push it out. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But that's the way it goes. So, I'm going to take a few minutes, get this hook out, do a little surgery, swamp surgery they call it. And I got my big trusted tackle box here. See, you ain't got to have nothing fancy to catch fish. Got just a regular old John boat, $2. I bought this over at the garage sale. This old boy was selling everything. His old lady left him. I wouldn't have sold nothing. But hey, man's got to eat. Got to pay for, you know, his youngins and his ex-wife's habits. You know, so he'll have to double up and get down on it. Sell everything he got. But anyway, I ain't gonna get too deep off into that kind of stuff. But I ain't gonna show you this, because this might not be pleasing to the eye. So we'll be back in a minute when we start running these other ones. Oh yeah. Come on in here to Daddy. Nice one. Yeah, buddy. Another nice cat. Ain't taking them long on them shrimp either. That's what it's about, folks. Down here on the river. Got my cuz with me. Nobody out here. This is how you survive. You can do it. As long as you got somebody that's got a swimming pool, you can get them noodles. That's what I'm talking about. Just don't tell nobody about that. I don't think a bunch of people know. Because everybody have noodles in here and then. They'll be raiding every swimming pool up and down the highway in the neighborhood. I'm going to bring the noodles back. I know it's pink and everything. You can't discriminate when you hunt noodles. You just use what you can. That's a nice one there. That's a couple 3-pounder right there. Louisiana, folks. That's prime eating right there. Skin that baby out. Get the grease hot. Throw him in there. Oh, I got lost in the moment. So there's another noodle bobbing over there. We're gonna go get that scamp too. I think we need to go over here first. So we got a jug acting retarded. Might be a garfish, you know, but if it's a gator, we ain't taking it because it ain't gator season. Well, it's gator season, but it ain't got no tags. You gotta have a tag. And we don't own no land, even though the gator's out in the middle of the water. I ain't even going there with you. Folks, we just caught a little garfish on the official Bubba Survivorman gar jug. See that right there? Got about a 5-6 pound gar. And that's what we're after too. I'm fixing to throw this carp out of here because he's sliming up everything. I'm going to be busting my rear end on something in a minute, but that's what we're after, folks. Garfish. Oh, you want to get nasty with Bubba Survivorman. But that's him, folks. That's what it look like. Kind of a prehistoric fish, but you make some good patties out there. Gar balls, stripping down, frying, you do all kinds of stuff. Make gravies. That's him. We got enough right here. Finally got that gar off. Oh yeah. Oh, nice catfish. Oh yeah, baby. Now we getting a little bit bigger. See, I told you pink ain't bad. Don't discriminate. That's about a 7-pounder. Gotta be careful as far as a big old fin to hurt you. It'll go all up in you. See what I mean? Like that did. That's a nice catfish right there, boys. Bubba Survivorman, Noodling. Right now we're taking a little break. We got some ducks flying over right now, just watching them. It's pretty peaceful out here other than they got a generator going over. There's always a construction project going on where I'm trying to fish at, like I said before. I'm in the middle of nowhere, 90 miles from nothing. What is running? Generator. Well, there's some old boys down here. They just staying down here. It's teal season right now, so they duck hunting. and they stay down here at night. Right now they're probably laid up watching the LSU game because they're going to win tonight. But we done caught, I don't know, we got a cooler full of catfish right now. We caught about 4 or 5 that run close to 10 pounds. I'll give y'all a shot of it later, don't worry. Right now we just taking a little breather, been sweating and got catfish slime from my toes to the top of my head, so had to wash off a little bit, you know, before I got on national TV and everything. Got my old bud here. I'm going to swing around here and give you a shot of him.
The old bud.
The old bud. He runs a motor and everything. I'll let him pilot while I do the fishing because he ain't, you know, I have to show him everything. I'll let him catch one there now and then and just make him feel good. But just survival, people. And I'm just showing you what you can do with a little bit of string. Somebody's float things, noodles they call them. We use jugs too. We got some jugs down there just to show you if you know, I poured out a gallon of milk to make one of them, but that's what it had to do to survive. Caught a big garfish. You had to feed me. It's a good one right here. Oh yeah. That didn't look professional.
No, that wasn't professional.
That didn't look professional at all. See, I'm trying to give him a break. I'd have done landed him. But folks, right there's about I'd say 15 pounder.
Oh.
That's nice. Good fish right there, boys. Good fish. Look at that, boys. That's fine, ain't it? Down in Grand Lake, middle of Atchafalya Swamp. That's how we get it done down here. Done got a little dark. He's wanting to slap me around. Oh, we got him trying to get out the box too. That's pretty good problem when you gotta hold the cooler down with your leg. I want to show you something. You folks up north call this tabby cat. Folks down here call it a flathead, or Opelousas, or goujon. Fine eating. His head real flat. Some of the best eating catfish in the water. He'd go about 4 pounds. This here's another flathead. We've been working on him pretty good all night. Opelousas, yellow cat, tabby, goujon, whatever you want to call him. Right now he's got a big old hold on my hand. And it's hurting. So I'm going to put him in the cooler. I don't think I done showed enough of them to y'all. Alright folks, here's a little bit bigger one. You see that? That's called a flathead extraordinaire. Bigger. They don't get much better than that. Now, what we're going to do is get a roux going. I'm going to make a little roux while I got the catfish head boiling to make our stock. I'm going to make a little flour roux, you know what I mean? I deboned, I took about 1 pound of meat off that big head. Big head like that will bring you a good sized bit of meat, you know. You'll have to supplement for, you know, the rest of it. But the main thing is the head makes good stock. And the meat you get off of it's got some good giblets in it. Alright, so I got a little bit of oil in here. Come over here and take a look, camera people. I got it a little bit hot, so I forgot the lid off a second. I'm going to cool her down a little bit. I'm going to cut down on my gauge. Ooh, that was the wrong direction. About, you don't want to burn it up. So about right in there. Got her on low. Remember, when you make a roux, use 1 part of oil, 1 part of flour. A lot of people that make courtbouillons don't make roux, but you gonna cook a Cajun dish like this, cat, you better make a roux. So, got my flour and all going. We're gonna brown this baby up real good. Let's see how it's going there. And we're just gonna take this on low. You don't want to burn your roux. If you see black spots in it, you might as well chunk it out. It's over with. Just steadily stir it, baby it, just like you did your girlfriend, your wife when y'all was first dating. Not like you treat her now. But whenever, you know, those nights y'all went out, y'all was all alone, you was just real gentle. That's the way you treat a roux. Now we're gonna stir this baby real slow. Alright, folks, see the color of that? Good and dark. We're gonna put this onion in there. Onion does a couple things. It releases sugar and it gets rid of the bitterness of the flour. It's kind of like giving roses to your girlfriend. Gets rid of the bitterness. So onions kind of like roses. Well, just don't give your girlfriend or wife onions. Alright. We're going to let this wilt down, see? We want them onions to caramelize. That's the way old Bobby Lagosa and Emerald Flavor put it. And I'm just going to say they're releasing the sugar, you know, wilting down. That's all there is to it. So we're going to stir this down. If I can keep the mayflies out, you know what I'm saying, we'll be fine. Because they might make it a little bitter even with the onions in it, them love bugs. Like I said before, I tried a couple of them accidentally. About 3 of them. I didn't just go chomping on them. Now I want you to come back over here, camera folks. Now y'all, I don't need just a camera fee. Now, you see how it kind of looks like Mama's candy cookie? That's what you want. Them sugars is releasing in there. Look how pretty and brown. Makes you just want to reach in there and get you a spoonful of it. As soon as this gets right, we're going to add our other vegetables. Now this is 1 medium onion. We're going to add a bell pepper, about 6 green onions, the whole thing. Cut the roots off. And a rib of celery chopped up, and small can of small petite tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and say it, but they ain't sponsoring me. Rotel. Put your little can of Rotel in it. Some good stuff right there. Put a little heat to it, spice it up. Alright. So the onions is about wilted down. We're going to now add our onions, bell pepper, and celery to the mix. And just give that a little stir. I got garlic in there, about a tablespoon of minced garlic. You don't want to leave it too long in there without adding your stock. So we're going to go ahead, go get your stock, add her to it. Because garlic, especially that size, gets bitter. Alright, let's get the stock. I got the fish stock from that old fish head in there. We're going to add that to it now. Pretty and dark. Real good color. That's what we want. Not too thick, not too thin. Alright, let's add a little bit of that rotel. Now, in the meantime, what I did, just to spare you the time, because we don't have a lot of time, my production folks keep saying I'm wasting too much time shooting the bull and killing time and whatever. But I went ahead and browned some tomato paste, about 1 can. I brown it down, and I'll show you that. What you do is you take your tomato paste, put it in a pot with a little bit of olive oil, flatten it out, and you just keep rolling that paste. It takes about 20 minutes, 30 minutes on low. You don't want to, just burn it crisp, but it don't hurt if you get it a little charred. And you just make it real dark maroon, almost black, but it's really dark maroon. Take that out and set it to the side. I got that inside. I'm fixing to go get it and add that to the pot. That's real dark tomato paste. Also, another thing I got in here that I didn't show you, but I'm going to tell you about it because you're going to see a world of difference. Put you about 1/4 cup of milk chocolate in here. The milk chocolate helps neutralize that tomato acid. Don't taste so bitter, so tart on you. If you don't have chocolate, you can use brown sugar or good old-fashioned Louisiana cane syrup. But I can promise you, if you don't use chocolate, you're missing. That's something my old mama taught me. Alright, so we're going to put the lid on that. We're going to let it cook down for a little while. Let our roux get right, our base now. And I'm going to go get the fish ready. And we won't put the fish in here until it's stocked about like we want. I got to add the seasoning. Oh, that's my neighbor's dogs. They don't feed them, so I have to feed them. They come over here every day, and they eat the scraps. They real poor, and it's just neglect. But I take care of them. I just take care of everything. I got about 15 cats, and I don't even own them. They just show up. I guess I'm the zoo around here. Well, it's time to put the fish in, boys, gals. We had about a pound off of that Opelousas head, goujon head, yellow cat, tabby cat, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it goujon. And then I added probably another pound from the same fish. Now we're going to put it to the gravy. Because Cajun folks don't call this tomato gravy. We call this a red gravy. See how silky it is? Looks like red silk, red velvet. That's what you want. Add the fish to it. Get my stirring device. Let's stir this in. See how silky that is? Smooth, like velvet. That's good stuff right there, boy. Now, we're going to put the lid on it. We got the fire cut down low. I done added a little salt, a little pepper, garlic powder, some of that Old Bay. And what else I added to it? Oh, I added some I'd say about a 1/2 cup of parsley and some Italian seasoning, a couple of tablespoons of Italian seasoning. The only other thing I added to this, you may or may not have it in your area, is about a tablespoon of powdered crawfish and crab oil. Just a powder. Maybe a tablespoon. Too much, you're going to light it up, and you're going to light up everything else. What's missing? The rice. Time to add a little this good stuff to the rice. We're gonna see how this stuff tastes. I can bet you she's real good. We'll put the lid back on here. Now, I let this simmer on low heat. I mean low, after we put the fish in, for no more than 10 minutes, and then shut it off. Let it set. Your fish cooks fast. You don't want to just fall with all the pieces. So we still got it together, still kind of firm. One of the good things about this fish, when you cook it in chunks like that, it holds together. So we're gonna see what we got here. Got a little bit of that fish, a little bit of that rice, a little bit of that gravy. I'll tell you something. The fish stock, you know, from that head and all the seasonings we got in there, the roux, that tomato paste, brown, real deep, rich to a maroon color. Got your chocolate, all your vegetables, your seasoning. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna tell you, you're missing something if you don't try catfish head courtbouillon. Well, I hope you enjoyed this show. When you got time, take your kids fishing. That's a big thing to kids. I grew up on the water. My daddy took me fishing all the time. My grandpa. I had many good times. A lot of stories. A lot of things to relate to. Builds character. Teach them how to cook too, the old-fashioned way. Things that you might need in a survival situation, like a good old catfish head. Until next time, Bubba out.